Yo, good. He's made wolf. Okay, here we go. Try again. Yo, what's happening, people? Okay, we are live right now, live from the village right now. It is 6 minutes past 8 p.m. right now. It is the 10th of October, 2023 right now. It is Tuesday right now. Yo, we doing Tuesdays right now. You watch TV shows on Tuesdays right now. So, it is X-Files. We continue with the X-Files for Season 4, Episode 4 on Unruhe. This is, what you know, it is the field where I died, and also that is Sanguinarium. 3 episodes today of the X-Files Season 4. We continue in the adventures of Mulder and Scully, seeing what's at one. And yeah, I'm watching this, but I missed that light for right now. Let me take a sip of water real quick. Alright, so I'm watching this on the Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, get it ready on 0. If you go on Blu-ray, DVD, VHS, any other format, get it ready on 0. If you don't have it and don't want to get it, so good, you can still come along. That's fine. So it is X-Files Season 4, Episode 4, and Unruhe, get it ready on 0. I'm literally to press play, but for now, I'm just going to put this screen and just check it off a little bit. So, I found this jacket, as in, I bought this jacket years ago, and I haven't worn it for a long time. I kind of put it away, I guess it's just at the back or whatever, and forgetting about it, and haven't worn it for a long time to a point where I just forgot that I had it. I used to wear this hooded sweater all the time. I used to wear this a lot. And I just one day I just put it away. I don't know why it happened or how it happened. So I was using this place to do these sticks. Cabinet from the end, you know, you walk skits, I'm fine. And because I was using this, I figured I'm not going to wear it any other time. I just wear little skits. And over time, I guess I wasn't doing those skits so much, and this just ended up in the back of my drawer. And not forgetting about it for all this time. And then I was going through some stuff because like I said, I was trying to clear up some old things, and I was like, man, I prefer this, so I'm gonna keep it next. I'm not getting rid of this, but I'm getting rid of her. Well, I don't use the term getting rid because I don't feel that does it justice, but I do have them donating, you know, a lot of stuff, but I'm not sure how to do it though, because like I called the Chelsea shop and they told me that it can only take one full carrier bag of license, one carrier bag worth of license, one person per day at a time. And I've got quite a lot of stuff I want to donate, and I don't particularly be going back and forth every day with a small bag until it's done. That's kind of long. So, I don't know, man. Also, I might do like a carbon sale and just like sell everything for or stuff like that. Yeah, and just, or name, like a name your price on everything. You know, I might try to do stuff like that. Like name your price, just, you know, we want to pay and it's all good. You know, but yeah, I think I'll have to decide, like, Lena, I did now, definitely can't be something in it. I know I went to 1 year ago, I don't know if they still did it, but I've been to, I think like 3 or 4 carbon, no, maybe not that many, but I've been to a few carbon sales in the past. He's like trying to be a merchandise, I used to do that sort of stuff, and so for the carbon sales, decide to sell what I can. But back then, I was more like trying to make money and that kind of thing. This time, man, be more just like, I just want to sell whatever I can get, you know, whatever money you have, you want to pay whatever, all good, man. Name your price and everything, well, I might just be there. Just name your price and everything. Come to give me a penny, I'll take a penny. Yeah, But yeah, I think that was my day. Just going through some stuff, this summer, editing. So the wasted all the editing that video. I did some editing. About the audio done. So it's just the rest of the audio and then the visuals on top of the man. That's I'm almost sending up to record I'm gonna have to record these things. What else was shit? You know, what's this other guy? Yeah, that's been with me. Right, well, let me explain that. I have some stuff that I sold on eBay, so I sold memory cards and then RAM sticks. And that was last week. This week I sold what's it called? A graphics card and a Funko Pop. I bought a bunch of Funko Pops. I sold one of them for £1 plus postage. And let me tell you, that Funko Pop was definitely worth more than £1. Like it was a special edition Funko Pop. For I think I paid £15 for it when I bought it. And I was like, you know what? Maybe just put it on eBay, see what happens. And it went for £1. And it kind of sucks, but hey, coming out of it is what it is. You know, put the option up. You're able to get, you know, good price, whatever, but if you don't, it's just what it is. I mean, the way I'm seeing it right now, I'm just trying to clear stuff. As long as the postage is covered, I'm good. You know what I mean? So it was £1. I started bidding at £1 plus postage. Somebody put £1 in the bid and nobody else bid. We got it for £1. He got a special edition for Funko Pop for £1, and that thing is easily worth more than that. So hey, good luck to him. Hey, a lot of stuff you see behind me. I'm gonna go. I put these CDs, DVDs over the next slide in a month or so. This background will need to be different. Books down here as well. But yeah, if I can't conveniently go to a charity show, which is what I really wanted to do. I'm not just gonna copy sunshine, upload as much as I can, like, you know, name your price, bro. Name your price. They might call themselves that when you ever do a copy sales, if you ever sell things that call themselves. Yeah, just know that you're not gonna get a good, like if you got anything where you care about how much you get for it. Don't take it to a copy seller. If you got stuff where you don't really care what you get for it. You know, old stuff that you're not using, that maybe isn't worth that much anyway, and you don't really care what people say. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, because people go to copy sales looking for bargains. Nobody's trying to pay you like retail prices because it's still not so that like people want bargains. That's why they go copy sales to get stuff at good prices. So yeah, if you ever do a copy sale, just know that you're not gonna sell really that painting that's worth £10,000. It's not happening. It's not happening. Anything you have that's maybe not worth a whole lot of money, and hopefully sitting good finish. Don't fast off that. Most people sitting good finish, but maybe not worth a whole lot of money. Yeah. Stuff like that, take it now. Really, yeah. And you have a little. So I would be named your price actually. I would be named your price actually. So I want to say £1. And this is like don't necessarily see what's behind I make for these things. In a sense like you have to pay to be like off and sell it. But the world's like it was like £50. It's probably gone up since then. If I'm just selling stuff for £1, I might end up with end up out. Okay. I actually would need to make money back. I think to be so maybe you price will be so so Yeah, I put these those assets was a big deal. I'm not doing that. I just take whatever make the house back. No. And then yeah. Yeah. Yeah, those are my plans. Those are my plans. Leo. Hey. Let's get this show. Child. So it's Leo ready Leo. The best they can. I want to do 3, 2, 1 play. And 3, 2, 1 play. That's it. Yeah, it's possible for we saw it. They'll figure out what accidental. It's the volume. Accidental. It's crossing up still. That sucks, man. Actually, once where I left a warehouse when I was at the shop, and after also didn't realize they have a whole bunch of shop that gets it sell like that. Yeah. I was lucky though, the lady was just like, just take it. Oh. This is yellow coat, man. There. It weird, isn't it? It weird indeed. Well. Wow. All in all, would the film be out? They change the filter that much? And what was it? El Sam. Oh, wait, that time. That's so good. So good. Appreciate coming third. Appreciate coming third. How is you? Yeah, that time of the week again. What's in the X-Files? This lady took a photo. She was smiling. The photo came out screaming. What's up with the sound? We don't know how this sound. It should be normal as far as I can tell. Or is there something coming through that shouldn't be? Sounds like a mic thing. Will be one with the mic. Does it sound like off or loud or too low or? Sorry. Somehow got bad sound, I'm not sure why. Let's see something. Yeah, okay. There's that distortion coming through, isn't it? It's time to get when you're like, oh, that's all this playing up. You have to fill with the wire. Alright, let me fiddle with the wire then. Okay, how's that coming through? Is that better now? Better. Oh, okay, is it? Yeah, what is going on with my mic? Oh, one sec. Okay, I just switched the microphones. It's not as good as a microphone the way I'm using, but it should hopefully clear at least. If I can up like it is there. What be causing this issue?
Okay, let me try this. Let's see if this is working. Okay. All right, let me speak into the microphone for a little bit and see if this does anything. It sounds normal. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I guess this is it then. I guess we fixed it. It's just weird because it. guess if it's sounding normal, we'll leave it like this. But weird. Yeah, how's your day going, Sam? How's your day been? Well, I switched the inputs because I normally run my mic through a voice mod software, which is, you know, the one where if I want to change my voice to something like do like a robot voice or whatever, I usually run it through that. Even though I don't have those voice mods on at the moment, it should sound normal. All I did was take off that, so rather than running it through that software, I just ran it directly to the streaming program, and apparently that means it sounds normal now. So maybe it's something to do with the software that I use. I don't know. I ain't know. Can't complain, can't you? Really, I think you can if you really tried, you know. I believe in you, Sam. I think if you dig deep, you can find something to complain about. Bus was late today. There you go. There you go. So if the bus comes late and you get on the bus and it turns out it's Elliot driving, like, do you tell him off in front of everybody? You were supposed to be here 5 minutes ago. When he got home. That's the worst though, like parents' evening. You know, when your teacher's telling your parents about all the naughty stuff you did and how you're not getting good grades or whatever, and your parents are just like quiet, they don't say nothing, and that drive home is long. But you know, you get home, you're just dreading getting home. No match for that, man. There was some stuff in these like 90s shows that people can barely do now, like enhance. Parents' evening, all I ever hear is how good my kids are. They save all the bullshit for me. Alright, so they're on their best behavior at school. Raw. Get home, it's like, you get there, he's like, are we talking about the same kids? Like, you sure? That's pretty awesome, actually. How to drive your parents crazy. Misbehave at home, be well behaved at school. Sky's gonna fall down something, isn't she? As I know. When I would get in trouble in school when they called me, I had this habit of not giving a crap. It's always like they'd be calling up like, so L's like they're like, oh yeah, L's been getting into fights, and you're like, did she win? Oh, finally. This guy didn't get beaten up. In my defense, she never did anything bad. It was just petty stuff. It was like, really? You're calling me for that? Oh, this is one of them ones. And teachers just like annoying you over nothing. It's like nitpicking. Yeah, I used to have some teachers like, well, a teacher like that, really. That wasn't really my teacher, to be honest. Like, I think he maybe had him in one class for a short while, but for the most part, he was just like always calling my parents about some nonsense, and it was like, bruh, come on, it's ridiculous. Jerry's been bad. But yeah, schools be like calling you up for some nonsense just to annoy you. You got nothing better to do, or teachers just get like silly over things, or like teachers supposed to be helping people, like they're supposed to be guiding people, and you know, some of them do, I'm sure, maybe even most, but bruh, there's some out there that's just nah, man. They got beef with you, like, bro. Like, how can you be a big teacher, big adult, trying to have beef with a child? That's crazy. Too short. I used to tell them, look, she's tall and skinny, all I can do. So don't look at her legs, be like, yo, how you gonna know her skirt's too short if she's sitting at the table? Like, what? Why are you looking under the table at her legs like that? Like, bro, come on. Teachers are weirdos. Skipping school. Actually, didn't skip school. It was assembly. She was in the bathroom, and ain't the end of the world. Oh, they called you for that, mate. That's true. There's some teachers out there that are just, I don't know, like, I get teaching is a tough job, and I get like it's very stressful, and you know, I ain't trying to say not like that, but there's definitely a lot of teachers out there that should not be teachers, you know? You know what I mean? There's people out there that just should not be teachers, like the qualification to be in that kind of position shouldn't just be knowing a subject or doing some course on teaching. You know, you should like actually know how to handle stress and how to appropriately deal with situations in some non-BS waste of time way. You know, people just be like getting all in their feelings because they don't like something. Yeah, Mulder said it, prick. I'm not gonna bust non-existent balls for skipping assembly. Like, yeah, so what they expect you to say, like when she gets home, like, how dare you skip assembly and go to the bathroom to relieve yourself? Like, bruh, that. They cuffed this guy, only cuffed one hand. That's stupid. Yeah, I remember there's one teacher, well, I say it wasn't really my teacher, but there's one guy in school who would like, I remember he'd always be calling my parents over something to like tell me off about something, and then it just got so silly. Like, I remember one time he called my parents and to tell me off that I wasn't tying my shoelaces, and it's like, dude, like, there's a point where it's just harassment, you know what I mean? Like, of course you don't know that back then, but some of these guys, man, it's like they just should not be working in schools. This is school all the time. I ain't got no place to say anything. Yeah, bunking school was like this whole part of the experience, though, wasn't it? You know, there's a bunk school, go shops, go arcades. There we go. Scully gets knocked down, of course. Of course, Scully gets taken again. Just show up. Yeah, back then bunking school was easy though. Like, well, I say back then, I mean you were in school a bit later than I was. The point is that back in the day, bunking school was easy. You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of like, you just like, because hardly anybody was. I mean, unless you're just dumb about it, like no one's gonna see you. But yeah, we used to bunk all the time. But you know what? They made it harder in schools now. Like, I used to work in a school as a caretaker, right? And, well, what's a few schools, but this one in particular, they had these high fences, right? So you couldn't just climb over them. You'll get spotted. And of course, they had like surveillance cameras around the school as well. So the only real way in and out was through the gate, and the only way the gate opens if the receptionist opens the gate, right? So like, you couldn't just bunk school. At least that's what I thought, until I saw one kid do it. And I had to be like, you know what, that's a smart kid. So what happened is that I was in the hall, like the main hall, like putting like the chairs away, and this kid comes through to the hall after everyone's gone at this point. It's just me putting the chairs away. And so he comes into the hall, and I see him walk into the door, and I think he just says something like, "Yeah, just don't say nothing, yeah." I think he just said something like that to me, like, "Just don't say nothing, yeah." And I'm like, whatever, I'm not getting involved. But then what he did is that, so where the hall is, like, there's a door that opens to the outside, and then the gate is like sort of a bit further along, and he just kind of waited there where you can't be seen by the receptionist. And so when the receptionist opens the gate to let, you know, somebody in, like a parent or whatever else in, he quickly just goes out the gate while it says shut in. So like at that point, their attention's turned and nobody sees him. So I was like, you know what? That's a smart kid. And no, I didn't tell. I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell. I was like, you know, ain't nobody gonna ask me, so let me not. I don't need to volunteer that information to anybody either. Just let the kid do what he does. Hopefully he did okay. But that's a smart kid. Figured out how to get past their little security thing. Yeah, this is what there was, a single gate. The backup was always open because there was a school opposite where we had music lessons. That was our scout. Okay. Just kind of go back there, just like. I guess there's one thing that will always be true. Well, hopefully one thing that will always be true. Kids will always figure out a way to bunk off school. Hopefully that's something that no matter how much schools change, no matter how much security changes, kids will always figure out a way to bunk off school. The only part of school I liked. So where would you go when you bunked off? Like, what was your favorite place to go to? Okay. So your mum would get home and see you there and be like, "You're always home early. What a good little girl." Yeah, and I would go mostly to the arcades. Mostly to the arcades, or sometimes to like maybe somebody's house and just play video games. go home. That's for so I was home first. Okay, so just not to be suspected. Chanel's Gerald Thomas. Yeah, no, I could never go home. I mean, for one thing, I probably lived, maybe, I don't live far from my school, but it was maybe far enough away where, you know, you couldn't get home and back in a reasonable time. Like, it would take a while. Not only that, like, my dad worked nights, so he'd be at home, you know, asleep, or maybe just waking up. You know, so if I went home early, it'd be obvious. You know what I mean? It'd be obvious. Should figure that out, but I think she stopped caring. Oh. I guess as long as the teacher didn't notice, nobody's calling. It's like, alright. Yeah, as long as nobody bothers me, whatever. Okay. How many times is Scully the FBI agent gonna need saving? Like, mate, come on. Scully needs therapy. Like, Scully. I hated school though. Like, some of us are made for it, and some of us just ain't. Yeah, no, I believe that. I believe that. I mean, school has its uses, but certainly, like, I mean, I know schools have changed a lot since my day, so maybe things are better now or whatever, but certainly the way they were back in the day, it was like, it was not for people, it was not for everybody, maybe not for most people. It didn't really allow for just understanding life. In fact, even when I worked in school as a caretaker, granted I'm not involved with the students like that, but from what I can tell, from what I can see, it was like there isn't really much room for just understanding, you know, the students on a deep level. At least some teachers try, but generally it's like, nah, you know, people aren't even trying it. It's just like, do as I say, do as I say, do as I say. And you know, they talk about the kids like they're criminals a lot of the time, you know what I mean? Like these guys are just kids. Like, they're like 15 years old, you know what I mean? 14, 15 years old. They're just kids. Like, they're supposed to mess up, you know what I mean? They're supposed to screw around. They're supposed to push things and push boundaries. That's what you're supposed to do when you're that age. You're supposed to be curious, you know, you're supposed to test limits. Like, that's literally what you do at that age. Like, if you did everything exactly how you're supposed to do according to what people say, like, those are the people who grow up and don't know what to do with their lives. I mean, to be honest, most of us grow up and don't know what to do with our lives anyway, but those are people who really grow up and don't know what to do with their lives, because like all they know is all they've been told. You know what I mean? You ever meet somebody like that? Like, all they know is all they've been told, and any kind of situation that goes a little bit out of the slightest ordinary, like, they just don't know what to do. Like, you ever meet somebody like that where like as long as things are going in a very specific way, they're fine. The moment any tiny thing deviates from that way, they just don't know what to do. Like, that's what happens to these kids, man. Like, when they just do that, like, if this, that's what you're supposed to explore. You're supposed to allow your minds to get you in trouble. You know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to do. Get in trouble, you know, cause trouble, be trouble, get trouble caused on you, you know, pick on things, get picked on. It sucks, but these are the lessons that teach you so much later on in life, way more than 1 + 1 = 2 or whatever, you know what I mean? Way more than if the bus leaves the station at 1 o'clock and travels at 50 miles, you know what I mean? Like, way more than that, like way more than calculus. You know, all those things are great, you know, all those things are like, okay, yeah, they're going to serve a purpose, but just in life, like, you learn more from just being true to yourself than you would ever from any kind of exam, you know, or coursework or whatever. So it's like, but yeah, they just don't encourage that, you know, they just don't encourage that in schools. It's always about do as I say, do as I say, do as I say, and then the moment you deviate from that, you're in trouble. And so all you learn is being me is wrong. That's what you learn in school. Being yourself is wrong. Because when you be yourself, you get in detention. You know, school just kills the self. You know what I mean? Like, it just kills the self and encourages just this group think, you know, of or not, maybe not group think, that's not the right word. I mean, maybe, well, that too, but that's not really what I'm trying to say. But it just encourages this like really kind of standardized way of doing things. Like, it really just kills the child, you know, and just prepares you for a life of like taking shit from your boss. That's all it does. Because that's as long as you take shit from your boss and do nothing else, you're fine. But the moment you try to be you, it's gonna be trouble. Because nobody wants that. People just want sheep. People just want, like, you know, robots or whatever. Like, nobody wants you to actually figure things out, because like that's no good for society, or no good for, I don't know, I mean, I'm talking about us, but anyway. Just rambling on for, I probably conflated a few things, but hopefully I make some kind of sense. But anyway, that episode of the X-Files, Unruhe, interesting episode. Scully gets captured and needs rescuing again, because, you know, apparently that's what happens with Scully. But it was an interesting episode, you know. The guy who's trying to save people from themselves, but perhaps needed saving himself, but unfortunately for him, he just was too late. But hey, get the next episode lined up. We'll start it in a moment and catch up with the chat. I just struggled, like I couldn't function. I couldn't take anything in. It just wasn't it. It's all a part of growing process. Indeed. I mean, I think with school, I wouldn't say I hated it. I certainly didn't like it very much. But there's definitely times where I enjoyed being in school, you know? And there was times where I probably did hate being in school. But I think overall, like my entire, say, 6-7 year, you know, secondary school experience, I would say for the most part, it was okay, but leaning more towards just not liking it. And that being said, that's how I felt at the time. But yeah, I do think that, thinking back on it, there was definitely things that happened during that time that I feel shaped me, that I just didn't realize that was happening. you know, at those times. And a lot of it, well, you know, vast majority of it is not stuff that happens in the classroom, you know, not the academics of it all, not the maths, you know, even though maths was probably one subject I was actually good at. Like the one subject I was actually, well, one of two, a couple of subjects I was decent at really, but one of the few subjects I was actually good at was maths. But that's not where I feel like, those aren't the things that shaped you. It's the stuff that happens on the playground, you know. It's the stuff that happens like, you know, after school when you're just kind of playing or hanging around playing football or something and kicking the ball around. It's the stuff that happens when, you know, somebody wants to start something and you end up getting into a fight and you go down the garages after school. It's like, yeah, we go to the garages after school, yeah. And the whole school knows. You know, that first fight you have, bruh. I didn't know what your school was like, but we had there was a block of flats across the road from my school, and you had like the flats were kind of on these kind of, I don't know, call them like pillars, I guess. So you could kind of go down into this kind of car park type thing. It was open, like anybody could just kind of walk in. So it's just open. There weren't no gates or anything. So you kind of walk into this sort of car park underneath the flats. And the amount of fights that took place there, that was like, you know, the fight venue. Like if you get into a fight, it's like, yeah, I mean, we call it the garages. It's really a car park. I mean, I passed by it a little while ago, and it's all covered now. Like you can't go in there now. And yeah, makes sense. That makes sense. It's all bricked up, so you can't go in there now. But back then it was open, and you could just kind of go in. And yeah, man, the amount of fights that happened in that place was like, yeah, meet me in the garages after school. And then when was that? When that was said, when those words were uttered, the word got around. There was gonna be a crowd. Like there was gonna be a crowd. Like the word got around that it's gonna be a fight happening after school, so everybody would be there. You know what I mean? Everybody would be there. It'd be like a boxing match. You know what I mean? You're just there waiting for it to start, and everybody's kind of crowded around. I remember the first fight I ever had in school. Well, not the first fight I ever had in school, but the first fight I had in secondary school. In the garages, and it was just stupid. It was so all my fights were stupid really, but this one in particular was just stupid. Like it was really just me being an idiot trying to prove something that I didn't need to be proven, you know. So I just picked a fight with this guy that I thought I could. It was a guy older than me as well. It was like a year older than me, and I picked a fight with him because I thought he was going to be an easy win, mate. I was embarrassed. I got embarrassed. I embarrassed myself, I embarrassed myself, I embarrassed myself, But yeah, and you'd think, you know, when that stuff like that happens, you learn your lesson, but nope. Took a little while for me to learn that lesson. Actually, took a little while longer for me to learn that lesson. That this is just stupid. You shouldn't be doing it. I remember my geography teacher being a perv. Oh, mate, sorry about that. That's, yeah, and pervy teachers, man. I had one teacher, in fact, the guy who told me off about my shoelaces. There were rumors about him. I mean, I don't know how true they were or not, but there were so many rumors about him molesting boys and things like that. Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's true, but he was definitely a weirdo, that's for sure. Like, he was a decent enough teacher when it comes down to it, but he was definitely a weirdo. Like, he was yeah. But who knows, man? I don't know what happened, if that's true or not. Hopefully it's not true, but bruh. These things happen, man. It sucks. People go through it hard, man. I can remember one guy, we were playing football after school, and he was offering us a lift home. The same teacher was offering us a lift home, and we all said no, except for this one guy who said yes, and he got in the car with him. And the way we took the piss out of this kid, saying, "Oh, you must have got bugged," like we took the piss out of this kid. But they're thinking back on it, it's like that couldn't actually happen. Like we made fun of him, like because you know you're dumb kids, you just do that sort of stuff, right? But the thinking back at it now, it's like, I mean, I hope that didn't happen, but bro, that could have actually happened. Like he could have done that. We wouldn't know. you would know there were rumors about this guy, man. It was like, that's big bastard, and I think about made comments even said, I look good in a French-made uniform. Oh, that is so unnecessary. Did you ever report him or say anything or anything like that? So uncalled for. Like, I mean, even like, okay, I mean, I know like back in the day, you know, people were attitudes were different or whatever, but even back then, like, that was never okay, man. That is so inappropriate. But I feel like teachers who do that sort of thing tend to say it mostly to people who they think won't say anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if if they're smart enough to figure out who's going to talk and who isn't, or whether that's just, I don't know, down to their whatever. But yeah, I was wrong at the time. I was 12, 13. I didn't understand it then. See. That's another thing as well. Yeah, when you're young, you don't always know. Man, that's terrible though. Sorry I went through that, Sam. That's horrible. Perverted teachers. Hopefully that guy is somewhere where somebody's just grabbing his dick and yanking it. Just yanking it real hard. No warning. Just grabbing his dick and yanking it real hard, like trying to put it off. Hopefully that's happening to him right now. Where he's just sitting down, you know, trying to read a newspaper in a coffee shop or something, and somebody just walks up to him and just grabs his dick and yanks it real hard just because. I thought it was me. Well, I hope you know now that it was not you. Yeah, guys like that, man. But I think like he got sacked. Okay, good. Well, dude should have been arrested, but getting sacked at the start at least. But I think the unfortunate truth as well is that people who are that kind of way, like schools or, you know, churches or any kind of places like that, they're like the ideal place for them. You know what I mean? Like people who are that kind of way. So like they really need to have like vigorous checks on who gets to be a teacher or who gets to do anything that involves, you know, children or young people. Like they really need to have these vigorous checks. And to be fair, I think now the places do, but yeah, they really need to have just these hardcore, and not just check them once, but like continuously checking. I just said in front of, so I was always close to him. Oh, that's like every week in geography, like, mate. You bunked geography. Hope so. Hopefully you got a few. Hopefully skipped that class a few times. Let's start this next episode. This is called The Field Where I Died. Well, hopefully you're ready on zero. We're about to start the countdown. 3, 2, 1, play. No, that was good and very quiet. And hard to believe, I know. I can believe that, Sam. I can definitely believe it. You were a good student. Always put your hand up before speaking. Always said sir and miss. I can believe it. Actually, I wasn't a bad student, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, I know I bunked off a lot, but I think there was a, like, in the beginning, I'd say, like, in the first year, I think I was a pretty decent student for the most part. I know there's definitely, like, times, maybe towards the end, or maybe towards the middle of my first year, where I was getting in trouble and getting sent to detentions a lot. But a lot of that was deliberate because, like, the referral room was so much fun. But I think there was a period of time in the beginning, at least, where I was a pretty good student. So I had my moments. I had my moments. Never put my hand up, ever expressed an opinion. I was really shy back then. Okay. So if you had to do school all over again, like knowing what you know, what would you do differently, if anything? You unapologetically me, yeah. That's the best answer. That's the best answer. Unapologetically you at all times. Yeah, I think if I had to do school again, I mean, yeah, be unapologetically me. I don't think I could top that answer, to be honest with you. But I think one thing in particular, hey, isn't, oh, that's Shane Benson. She was in Space Above Beyond. I think one thing in particular that I'll do different though is just talk to more girls. Like I was one of these kids, like I feel like I probably created the impression that I had more confidence than I actually did. You know, I think I created the impression that I had more confidence than I actually did. And the truth is, like, I had no confidence in school. Like, well, maybe not exactly true, but certainly not much of it. And definitely when it came to talking to girls, it was like non-existent. But I can talk big. You know what I mean? I can talk big. Through all different points in my life. So you want to be okay with me. I think I'm a pretty cool person. I don't care if people like me or not. Indeed. Yeah, that's one of the most important things you can do, is just like figure out how to be you and how to be okay with being you. Oh, this guy's going deep. Nothing more dangerous than a believer. Yeah. Cheers to being you. Cheers to being you and all that you do. Oh, excuse me. an ulcer on the inside of my lip. Like, ugh. It's been there for maybe about 3 days now. Hopefully it be healing soon, but it's in that moment, it's in that period where it just stings, you know? And I'm good with it. They created a monster, but nobody wants to see Sam no more. They want just knew. I created a monster, but nobody wants to see monster more. They want Shetty. I'm chopped liver. But if you want Shetty, that's what I'll give you. A little bit of me. Yeah, something like that. Do it. Scully. But yeah, that's what they really should be teaching in schools. How to be you. Well, I guess you can't teach them how to be themselves, but they should encourage people being themselves. Because you gotta live with yourself for the rest of your life. And if you gotta be somebody else, then you're just gonna be miserable. Imagine having split personality disorder where you got like two distinct people, or two very different personalities living inside one body, and they have different memories of things. Somebody else quizzing me on saw traps. No problem. Family takes precedent. Did you pass the quiz though? Did you get all the questions right? Because if not, you got some homework to do. Mulder's still a prick, by the way, just so we're clear on that. Mulder is still a prick. Whether I'm dying or not, if I'm doing PE traps or not. Most of them are dying. I ain't doing them. You know, I think most people die in those traps. I mean, granted, I've not seen a lot of Saw movies, but out of what I have seen, I think most people would die in those traps. I feel like 99.99% of humanity would die in those traps. So it's like, you know what, let me just not go. Let me just pass. Yo, what up, Brax? Brax Spivvy in the place to bivvy. How's Yivvy? Yeah, some of them I even try and sort that. The moment you touch anything, it's like you're gonna set something up and you get like a spike in the head. It's like, you know what? Let me just not. Let me just not. I ain't got nothing to prove. This actress, I've seen her in another TV show called Space Above Me. It's one of my favorite shows ever. I don't think I've seen her in anything else. I guess I maybe saw her in X-Files without realizing, but I'm just realizing now how much of a talented actress she is. The way she's just going through these different personalities, characters, voices, and everything is just incredible. So like, some stuff on my smart tablet. So you got your smart tablet, huh? Nice. Which one you got? Is that Android, Apple? Oh, Amazon, yeah. Like Fire tablets and that, yeah. I'm skipping next one tonight. Catch up for next week though. So good. You're missing a good episode though, but it's so good. Hopefully, I mean, you've probably seen it before anyway. But hopefully you get a chance to maybe watch it again at some point, but yeah, I'm gonna find out this lady's name. Because she is. I don't know what else she's been in. I mean, apart from Space and Beyond, which I know about. Morgan Weiser. No, it's not Kristen Cloak. No, it's Kristen Cloak. She was in Final Destination in 2000, the first one. Also, the last one she did was the X-Files in 2018, so apparently she comes back in the later seasons. So I get that. It's like when you miss the first 20-30 minutes of a movie and it's like, it's just, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've watched movies 20-30 minutes in and it's not always bad, but it's just, yeah, I get it. She is my son, alright. Brain is a jerk. Well, yeah. You know what the worst thing your brain does is, well, maybe not the worst thing, but amongst the worst things at least. When you go to bed, right, and you're lying down, and then all of a sudden you remember some dumb nonsense piece of crap thing you did like 20 years ago, and now you can't think about anything else. It's like, mate, I'm just trying to sleep now. Yo, what up, Reese? Reese's Pieces. How's Yeesus? Pieces in the house, yes sir. How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream. Same old. Well, same old ain't always a bad thing, that's for sure. Well, it depends on what the same old is, of course, but yeah. Another thing about having anxiety disorder is the imagery. Is the imaginary what ifs that literally keep you awake at night. Off. What if this? What if that? Oh, mate. Yeah, all the multiple choice possible outcomes and all the branches that they can create, and you just like, yeah. I don't even know. I mean, I don't think I have anxiety disorder, but I've definitely had times where I've had times where I've just been way overthinking stuff. Like way overthinking it. To the point where you're just ruining a good thing. My sister reckons mushrooms help to anxiety for mushrooms, alright. Interesting. Shrooms, huh? Survival mode. You trying the shrooms as well? Speaking things that's something that she researched and tried it. She said it really works. I've never tried them now. Yeah, I kind of need a computer eventually. An up-to-date laptop for when I start college online. Right now, I'm gonna look up the stay face like rules and performance test. Okay, nice. Being productive, man, it's a good thing. Good to hear. Good to hear. Multitasking and that, big things. That time, recently, one day I had a missed call, no caller. I was telling you that kept me awake, and I told Pascal case off. I don't know if this helps, but if you got any calls like that, it was probably a PPP salesman or something like. So, you know, nothing to worry about. I don't know if that helps, but there's probably somebody trying to sell you some crap. Or calling up about the car accident that you never had, you know. Want to talk to you about the insurance claim that you made 5 years ago. Like, what insurance claim? They're just calling up people and just saying stuff, and hopefully it sticks. I mean, it's like imagining the worst case scenario. You're like more prepared for stuff. Not being nervous, right? If something bad happens anyway. Yeah. I mean, there is something to be said about hoping for the best but preparing for the worst, I think. You know, it's a phrase I heard many years ago, and I thought that made sense. You know, hope for the best but prepare for the worst, because of course we all want good things to happen, but the reality is that most things don't go your way. Now, they don't necessarily go in the absolute worst way possible, but right, but they don't necessarily go your way. So it's not a bad idea to be prepared for certain other outcomes that might be less desirable. That way, hopefully you're less anxious because you already know what you're going to do. If this happens, I'll do this. If that happens, I'll do that. You know, that sort of thing. Go back a day later, so I knew it was in the end. Sometimes it's literally nothing, and other days it haunts you. Who was it in the end? Was it PPP, bogus insurance company? Like, who was it in the end? Those robot health and car insurance calls that are even painful. Yeah, I just end the call. Yeah, click. You're watching Shameless every night. Okay. Old school comedy. Service support. Oh, okay. Actually, that might be an important one. Actually. Something that's so good. Channel 7 or Freeview, I think. Shameless. He gonna kill everybody. They're gonna kill them so they can kill themselves. Do those appointments when it is off because I don't handle people. I'm into house. He deals with it. I will go out. Okay. So that's why you stay with him, huh? You had to, I knew you had to have some, have you somewhere. He deals with the people. He deals with the people, with the strangers. That's fair. That's fair. Uh-oh. She thought she can cheat. Also, I think I have is hard being me. Sometimes my brain is a mess. All this cool stuff going on. It's like, yep, I need a break now. Man, that mass suicide cult. I guess, you know, what I say about talking to yourself though is like sometimes you just need that intelligent conversation, really, isn't it? So she does that in this episode. How does she come back in a later season? Ooh, interesting. Wow, and that was the episode. The Field Where I Died. That was an interesting episode. Kristen Cloak, who I know from Space Above Beyond, is in this episode, and she was awesome in this. Like, real talk. Real talk. So yeah, that was a good one. I like that episode. I like that episode a lot. He's okay with stuff like that, but when my days are going out, control was the only place I felt safe. Then I started going out again. Now people coming in is an issue. It's like you can't win. Just when you get used to some one thing, it's like, man, now the other thing's a problem. But yeah, hopefully one day you find the balance. Maybe do what Brax does and get yourself a gun. I guess either way. Alright, I'm gonna start the next episode because it's gonna get real late otherwise. So hopefully y'all ready on 0. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1 play, and in 3, 2, 1 play. It's the last episode for the evening, 44 minutes and 15 seconds. Oh, man. So with the anxiety then, like, how was it when you met Elliot? Like, did he just buy you lots of alcohol or something and just like keep buying you drinks, getting you drunk and drunk to ease the anxiety? Like, how did that work? Just gave you lots of weed and alcohol and be like, yep, smoke that, drink this, smoke that, drink this, smoke that, drink this, smoke that. You should look at that. Clean your hands are clean, dude. Yo, what up, Jakes? Little Jake's in the place. How is Yakes? Better late than never. Yes, sir, indeed. He's eating sucking the fat out of them, son. You got the wrong patient. What is he doing? Pressure on and off. Think that's okay. Oh, okay. Anxiety. So Jakes, how'd your fast go? Like, it's finished now, right? You had your cheat day already. It was your cheat day today, wasn't it? What did you have, man? What's a vegetarian cheat day like? That's what I want to know. What does a vegetarian do in a cheat day? I mean, I know there's lots of like options in terms of cheat meals for vegetarians. I'm just curious as to like, when a vegetarian really wants to treat themselves like big like that, what do you do? So yeah, what did you have, and did you record it for your channel? So that's a video I would definitely want to watch. Veg lasagna, okay, nice. Beans, oh, chips, beans. Haagen-Dazs vanilla milk. Oh, I didn't even know Haagen-Dazs do milkshakes, you know. Now I feel like I've got to try that. always get depressive in the winter. It's my fancy season. Okay, oh, winter's coming, so hopefully depression eases this year. It starts to ease going forward. That was so good. Oh, I can believe that, man. Haagen-Dazs make good ice creams. So if they're making milkshakes, oof. My cheat day is coming up, so I might need to make sure I try that. Everything tastes good after 2 days. Oh, you mate, I wasn't even considering that, but yes. Mate, water tastes good when you haven't had any for a while. That wasn't a milkshake. Oh, so you had a Haagen-Dazs ice cream and then the vanilla milkshakes were separate. Oh, I see. I was thinking you meant Haagen-Dazs made the vanilla milkshake. I was getting so excited, dude. I was getting so excited. I was thinking if Haagen-Dazs are making vanilla milkshakes or any kind of milkshakes, I need to try that. Listen, Haagen-Dazs, I'm gonna need you to make some milkshakes, put it that way. I'm gonna need Haagen-Dazs to start making milkshakes, because boy, that sounds like a good idea. Haagen-Dazs salted caramel for me. Cookie dough, Haagen-Dazs. I like the Haagen-Dazs strawberry cheesecake flavor. Wait, so what? You just like eating every 2 days? Is like you go 2 days no food, eat. 2 days no food, eat. How long are you doing that for? But yeah, it's good for you having water now at least, because boy, going 2 days with no food and no water, oof, that's pushing it. Shitload of weight. So what was your weight before, and what's your weight now? Two more days and then you're done. Okay, fair. Back to normal eating. I was 18. Oh right, no, you said yeah, I was 18 stone. And was it 16 stone you're down to? $16 stone, that's 14, what's that, 28 pounds. And you want to get down to 15. Alright, so it's 28 pounds. That's 12 kilograms, 12.7 kilograms. That you drops, that's a lot, dude. If you do cardio on 1 meal a day, you'd probably lose more weight, because unless it's like one gigantic meal a day or something like that, you'd probably end up losing more weight because you'd be burning more calories than you're consuming, and when you do that, your weight goes down because your body starts to use up your stored fat. Do you know what your BMR is, Jakes? So if you're looking to maintain, once you're looking to maintain weight, you're going to need to know what your BMR is and make sure you're consuming the amount of calories in line with that. And also not just your BMR, but also, you know, what you kind of do in a day. You're kind of, okay, all right, let me come back to the BMR bit then. One sec. Most weight I ever lost was a year ago. I went from size 16 to 12 in months without trying. Size 16. I mean, and that's, what's that, 4 sizes? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know that much about female clothes sizes, but I'm guessing that's a lot. That sounds like a lot, right? Like 4 sizes is a lot, isn't it? That's not a small amount. I think that sounds like a lot of weight, or a lot of size at least, anyway. But BMR, Jakes, is basal metabolic rate. It refers to how many calories your body burns in a day without exercise. So in order for you to exist, your body, everything you do requires your body to use calories, right? You're breathing, you're chewing, you're standing up, you're sitting down. Everything you do, your body uses calories to do it. Your BMR is the amounts of calories that your body burns in a day without any exercise. On top of that, you're going to have your movements that are not necessarily exercise, but it's still movement. So that's like walking to the toilet, you know, driving your car, writing your memoirs, you know, those are all extra movements. So you have your BMR, and on top of that, you have just the extra calories you use. Those are going to be the vast majority of the calories that your body burns in a day, right? Then on top of that, of course, is your exercising, your running, your jogging, and your weightlifting and things like that. But yeah, once you know what that is, what your BMR plus your just kind of your usual kind of calories output in a day, from there you could adjust the amount of food you eat according to what's in line with that. Because if you want to try and lose weight, you want to stay below the amount of calories you burn in a day. If you're trying to gain weight, you go above that, and if you're trying to maintain weight, then you need to be kind of within that same area. But of course, don't neglect, of course, like your proteins and your nutrients and other nutrients and things like that, because you can't just eat ice creams all day. Unfortunately, that won't work. I can use my Apple Watch to monitor that. You can. Well, yeah, you can. So your Apple Watch will tell you things like, in fact, so if you had your Apple Watch for a while, you could probably just look back on how many calories you burn in a day, and have that registered somewhere. You could bring up on your app, and then just look over your past, few weeks or whatever. Not taking care of myself, Jake. Not eating properly, constantly being busy. Oh yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Drop rate real quick, but yeah. You look on the ice creams at all. Yeah. Well, save that for the cheat days. Hey, are you also content? A little bit of yes, a little bit of no. So with myself, I currently weigh Oh, in fact, I could tell you exactly how much I weigh because I had my last weigh in this morning. I'm currently at 80.8 kilograms, which is, let me tell you what that is in stone. It's 12.7 stone. So a little over 12.5 stone I'm currently at. Now that's an okay weight for me, I think. That being said, my body fat percentage is a little bit higher than I would like it to be. So really my main goal is trying to bring a body fat percentage down. And of course, when you do that, you're going to lose weight along the way. So I think somewhere around 78, 79 kilos is where I think I might end up. But hopefully I ain't trying to drop down too much. I ain't trying to get blown away in the wind and that like that. But I think somewhere around 78, 79 kilos. And ideally that would give me a body fat percentage of around 20-ish%. Which is what I think is a good place to be. Because right now my body fat percentage is not terrible actually. It's definitely better than it was. Right now it's at 24.7%. So I'm trying to get it down to about 20%. I wish I could be content. Oof. Learn to love yourself, man, regardless of your weight. Everything else falls into place once you learn to love yourself, man. Weight is up and down depending on my mental state. Yeah, how you feeling and how that translates to what you end up eating. Yeah, I get that. Choose with foods inside I've had depression. The size of physical structure, 50 stone is perfect, I think. I'm quite a tall geezer with broad shoulders. How tall are you, Jakes? I think you're taller than me, actually. I'm pretty sure. I think you said your height once. I'm pretty sure you're taller than me. Like, was it 6'5"? Is that right? When I change the subject, I feel like a vain idiot being preoccupied with my weight. Nah, you're right. I mean, you could change the subject if you want to, but I'm good either way. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm good. "6'1". Okay, cool. Yeah, you are still taller than me then, by 1 inch. It's a weird episode so far. I'm not sure I'm following it too well, but you know. It's a control thing, Jacob. When your mental state is messed up, you control your food. It's just too easy to indulge in certain things when you're not in a good place. Yeah, I get that. But to be honest, it's very easy to indulge in certain things even when you are in a good place. Let's keep it real. But yeah, when you're not in a good place, it's just it's just reaching for those things, man. It's a constant. That's the thing. That's why I do believe that having fat in your body is a good thing. It's just about not having too much of it. Because I can't prove this in any kind of scientific way or whatever, but I actually just don't believe you can truly be happy if you don't have fat in your body. Like when you see those people with like those, I'm not even like the 6-pack people, but you know, like the people who have those extreme 6-packs, right? Those extreme, like proper like those, not even 6-packs, like 10-packs. So those guys, like I struggle to believe that they're actually happy people. You know, because if your fat percentage is that low, like, nah, that's gotta be messing you up mentally. Like, that's gotta be messing you up mentally. Like, so yeah, you need fat in your body, man. You need fat in your body, but it's just not having so much fat in your body that it causes health issues. Oh, that needs to control my weight. But yeah, things like the Apple Watches or any kind of fitness trackers help with that, because like, you can just kind of have a better understanding of what your body's doing, and you can make decisions based on that. Indeed. But you know, I feel like I'm the opposite, Sam, actually. If I'm in a bad mood, or if I'm feeling like down or feeling depressed or anything like that, and to be fair, I guess any kind of depression I felt is probably not as deep as guys who really go through depression, so perhaps that's the difference. But I just find like anytime like I'm in those kind of moods, yeah, I'm reaching for the fried chicken. I'm reaching for the burgers. You know what I mean? I'm going to those places and I'm getting the kebabs and the chips, and that's the stuff that makes, well, I don't know if it makes me feel better, but certainly don't make me feel worse at those times, you know? Yeah, Sam's not just a pretty face. Oh, she just vomit out nails or pens or something, like, oh. Maybe it's not a good idea to discuss this on air, but years ago I used to self-harm, which obviously wasn't cool. I'm licensed then. That's a constant reminder. If you want to discuss that, or need to discuss that, so good, man. I don't feel like you can't talk about serious stuff here. But yeah, I'm glad you got through that, man, because it's like I've known people who've done that. Yeah, it's a tough thing to go through. Well, everybody's got to be good at something, right? Everybody got to be good at something. You just got to find that thing that you're good at. You know, some people are good at football, some people are good at mathematics, and some people know a lot about serial killers and mental health. So everybody got to be good at something. Subjects of horror. Recommendations to go to. I mean, you say that, but the recommendation you got, you still ain't watched it yet. So come on, Jakes. Come on, Jakes. Oh, he'd be floating. That's what I am. Hey, you gonna be there? That's what I do, man. That's what I do. Today. They're pretty cool so far, man. I mean, this last one is, like I said, I'm not sure I'm following it all the way clearly, but it seems pretty interesting from the subject matter, at least. Okay, look on that. I'll watch it. Jakes, man, you got to prove her wrong. I mean, you got your down, you're down 2 stone. You know, you're almost at your fighting weight. Come on, man, it's got to mean something. You're healthier, you're fitter. You got a nice lady in your life now. You gotta prove her wrong, man. Gotta prove her wrong. When he takes me, I'll watch it. Is it anymore? If it takes me, I'll watch it. I'm not gonna plan it. Well. Finally. Geriatric wedding. Well, at least then you just kind of have to watch it. You'd be too old and decrepit to get up and turn it off. Oh, I'm not going to that hospital. Likely sweet cheeks. Oh, he know about that. I have drank 1.5 liters. Actually, not yet. Not yet. Now I've drank 1.5 liters of water today. I'll give myself a deadline before my holidays expire. You see those pigs flying. I tell you what, yeah. If Jacob watches, so when your holidays expire, it's a couple of weeks, right? If Jacob watches Martyrs within the next couple of weeks, I would on stream, live on stream, show pictures of some tits. Yeah, live on stream, I will show pictures of tits if Jacob watches Martyrs and answers some questions to prove that he's watched it. I will show some pictures of tits live on stream. And for the ladies, I'd even show a picture of a cock. I'm not joking. I'm telling you that now. You could mark my words and all that. This point of the stream, if you want to make a note of it, on what, 10th of October at around 10:37 p.m. GMT, Haze promised to show pictures of tits and a cock if little Jacob watches Martyrs within the next couple of weeks. and can answer a few questions satisfactorily to prove that he did. Hey, that's not necessary. Means he's waiting for total recall with a free-breasted lady. Made me wish I had free hands. Actually, that's a good point. What is the next Arnie season move? I don't think I actually said it last time. So we just watched Cool as Ice yesterday. So we're back to Arnie movies for next week. So let's see, what is the next Arnie movie watching? It was Twins last week. So it's Total Recall actually. It is Total Recall. So yeah, next Monday, Total Recall for Arnie season. Free-breasted woman coming up. He just killed his boss. Total Recall's decent. It was a pretty good movie. I mean, they remade it, which I've not seen the remake of. Didn't get a lot of good opinions the remake though, but yeah. Oh, look at that. Actually not too far from the end of Arnie season, so we've got Total Recall, Kindergarten Cop, Terminator 2, Last Action Hero, and then it ends with True Lies. We're ending Arnie season with True Lies, and then from there we decide what we do next. True Lies is pretty good, yeah. Good action movie. I think if I watched I mean, the last time I watched Total Recall was probably quite a while ago now. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely dated for sure. I mean, it's 1980 something, 1990 maybe. So yeah, definitely dated. But yeah, it holds up pretty well from what I can remember. Johnny Matrix or something, and then he's gonna cut his face off. I want to try to get fresh off. Time. Yeah, Total Recall's like he has to go to Mars to like clear his name for I can't remember what it was now, but yeah. Oof, look at that. Yeesh. You know, X-Files was pretty brutal, you know. Man, X-Files was pretty gory back in the day. Total Recall would definitely be up there. I mean, top 5, I'd have to give it a little bit of thought, but yeah, it'd definitely be up there, I think. Top 10 for sure, but top 5, I might have to give it some thought. I mean, for me, Predator is between Predator and Terminator 2 is number 1, and depending on the day, I might give the edge to one or the other. Total Recall. You know, Running Man would be in there for me as well. End of Days, I think, be up there too. But yeah, Total Recall, I think, yeah, it'll be fairly high up. I mean, maybe if not in the top 5, it won't be far out of it, I don't think. Conan the Barbarian, Commando, Running Man. That's my top 5. I mean, if you're talking about 80s, 90s, Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, yeah, you can't really go wrong with most of them. So yeah, but that was it Samurai-Ranian or something like that? Oof. That was an interesting episode. I mean, I don't think I caught a lot of it, to be honest with you. But from what I did catch, it seemed like a pretty interesting episode. You know, I think this guy just wanted revenge on his badass boss from years ago and that killed a bunch of people or something. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That's the last episode for now. Next week it's episodes 7, 8, and 9. Let me switch over to where are we at? Switch over to this screen and just chat to y'all for a little bit before we depart ways for today. Oh man, oof. Pumping Iron and Total Recall. That's the documentary popping up now. I still ain't seen it, you know. I've not seen Pumping Iron. Running Man, End of Days, Commando, Maggie. That's my top 10. Oof, yeah, Maggie was a real good one. Maggie's kind of underappreciated, I think, as well. Well, maybe not underappreciated, but certainly doesn't get as much attention as some of the other movies, and that was a good one as well. I think that's because it was a pretty low budget film at the time. It's probably because, you know, it didn't get promoted a whole lot, and that's a shame of it when there's not as much money going into a movie, and they probably spend most of their budget on getting Arnold Schwarzenegger in the film. You know, they probably had a budget of like 9 million, and like 8.5 million went to getting Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was like, all right, dudes took a pay cut for that movie. But yeah, no, it was a good film though. It was a good film. Stay Hungry. That's the one about the gym worker. Raw deal. Deal weren't too bad actually. Red Heat is probably one amongst my least favorite movies. I think between Red Heat, The Villain, Stay Hungry, they're probably amongst my least favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Oh, don't forget, of course, Hercules in New York. We can't forget the classic Hercules in New York. That's gonna be up there. That's gonna be up there with one of the best movies ever made in the history of film. Hercules in New York is a timeless classic, so let's not forget that. Oh, for sure, for sure. Excellent performance in Maggie. Sort that, but Stay Hungry. I mean, Stay Hungry wasn't too bad, but yeah, I think for me, I just wasn't feeling it that much. I mean, I don't think it was a terrible movie, certainly, but it just wasn't doing it for me. But then, to be fair, I was watching it on stream, and perhaps it's one of these films where you might need to pay more attention to it. You know, so perhaps if I watch it again, you know, offline or something, where I can give it my whole attention, I might think differently. Maybe. Just maybe. So yeah, I was telling you guys the other day that, you know, I plan on what's the word I'm looking for? I plan on parting ways with a lot of my items, like a lot of stuff you see behind me, the DVDs, CDs, things like that, and other things that I've got around. I plan on parting ways with them. Like, I've been selling stuff on eBay. I want to donate stuff to charities and things like that, and maybe even take stuff to Recycle Yard. I called up one charity today that's not far from me, a charity shop, and I asked them about what types of things they would take, and they pretty much take the types of things I'm willing to give, that I want to give. But here's the problem though: they only take one small carrier bag per person per day, and I've got quite a lot of stuff I want to donate, and I don't particularly want to be going back there every single day with a small bag of things. You know, it's kind of long. So I don't know, man. Like, I do want to donate it, but if it's gonna be long like that, I might have to find, I don't know, I might just end up doing a car boot sale instead. You know what I mean? Like, just find a place where I can do a car boot sale and just be like, you know, everything goes 50p or something like that. Everything for 50p. I mean, every 50p each, not everything for 50p. But, you know, I might do something like that, just because if it's going to be a hassle, then I don't, yeah, it's kind of long. But my local gym does accept some donations as well. For like, they have a charity that they work with, like the British Heart Foundation, so they accept certain donations that you can go to take to the gym. So I might take some stuff there, because if I'm just going there anyway, that could help, but we'll see. Haze, let me know. I'll buy some that stuff of you, seriously. All right, well, I'm gonna have to talk about that. Look at some movies and games. Well, it's just we'll leave the games alone for now. It's just the movies. Just the movies. I've got plans for the games. But all right. I could talk about that. Make sure I don't miss them. What about social media? Donate to struggling families. What made you decide to sign up? So, sorry, Sam, I'm not sure what you mean. Don't social media donate to struggling families? Like, you mean like people on like YouTube? So I'm not sure that. Yeah, sorry, Sam. I'm not sure that you mean by that. Like, if there's people on YouTube that are struggling, is that what you mean? Like, or but yeah, no, I don't think I missed them. I mean, and I'm not much of a collector anyway, and I haven't really been much of a collector for a long time. And to be honest, it's more just like moving it into, I feel like, a different phase of my life. I'm certainly not getting rid of everything, by the way. Let me be clear on that fact. I'm not getting rid of everything, you know, but I think a lot of stuff does need to go for me because I don't use them. I don't, you know, watch them. And I just think that there's so many people out there who that can benefit, you know, whether that's a charity can sell them and use that to support their charity, or whether it's, you know, just going somewhere where people can just make use of these things like that, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, you know, I just feel like I'm right now, it feels like I'm hoarding a lot. So, and I don't like the idea of hoarding, so I'm not getting rid of everything. Certainly I'm not just gonna, I'm not going like everything to nothing. I don't, like I say, you need some fat in your body, you know, and that counts for the things that you have as well. You need some fat. You need some fat. But right now I think I've got too much fat and I need to cut it down. So I'm not getting rid of everything, but yeah, I do think I need to let go of a lot of this stuff. I don't really have a lot of anime, so I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I haven't fully decided what's going and what's not. I don't think I have. I mean, I think the only anime that I have is Akira. At least that's the only one that I can think of right now. I'm sure I've got others. I'm sure I must have others, but I'm not letting go Akira go. No, I'm not letting that go. That's staying with me. Do I have Akira? I don't know. I feel like I've got Akira on Blu-ray or something, or I'm sure I've got it somewhere. But no, that's not going. Like I said, I need to decide what's going and what's staying. Certain things I want to keep based on whether they're got sentimental value or whether they're just kind of special to me. So certain things like that I'll keep, but yeah, a lot of it is going to go. But I haven't decided exactly what's going and what's not. But yeah, Akira is staying. I'll let you know that for now. Akira would be staying with me. Thank you very much. But you got it already anyway, so it's all good. You got great taste in movies. Well, what I could do is once I do decide what's going and what's not, I could like write up a list of it. And yeah, if you're interested in anything, then you know what I mean, let me know. But I'll try and do that maybe over the next week or so, maybe a month. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll donate you my movie collection when you watch Martyrs. How about that? I will give you, Jacob, I will give you my movie collection if you watch Martyrs. How about that? Actually, no, I won't give it to you. I ain't gonna lie. I won't give it to you. But I'll give you a good price. I'll give you a good price. I'll give you a good price. I give good price. Good price. Very good price. Very good price. Mates rates. You get mates rates. Akira Kurosawa's saying with me, yeah, you won't be getting that. Sorry, dude. Like, nah, no, you're not getting that. you're not getting that. Like I say, it's not fully decided, but certain ones I'm pretty sure will be staying, and those, yeah, you're not getting that. Kurosawa's special. You're not getting that one. But yeah, I don't know. Late in America, yeah. KSI's first movie, well, first and only movie, I think, with Casper Lee. That's probably going to be going, you know. That's what the collection. No, I mean, it's not a bad film. I mean, it's not a good film either, but you know what I mean? I think I bought this for like £2 or something like that. I don't remember, but I remember it came. I'm sure it was like on sale or something like that. I'm sure it was on sale. I don't think I would have bought this at full price. I'm pretty sure I would not have ever bought this movie at full price. So I feel like I must have got it on sale for like £1, £2 or something like that. But yeah, KSI, Casperly, Laid in America. It's got a bunch of like YouTubers in it as well, like people, you know, all the YouTubers that were famous during like, what year was this? 20 something or other. Print's too small to see properly, but yeah, around about the time this was made, there was like a bunch of famous YouTubers, and some of them are in this as well. So this is definitely staying with me. Oof, this has got to stay with me. You can't even say it right now. Napoleon Dynamite. This is staying with me. This is one of my favorite movies ever made. You ain't getting this. Oh, this got to stay with me too, actually. Oh, man. You know what? Man. It actually might be hard giving up some of these now that I'm thinking about it. I might have to just rip the band-aid off, as they say, just rip the plaster off. I might just have to do that. So I'm looking at some of these movies now like, damn, man, I don't want to give that up. So yeah, I might have to just rip the plaster off and be like, you know what, just do it. But this has got to stay. Oh, this has got to stay. Beavis and Butthead Do America. This has got to stay. This has got to stay. But yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll decide later. There's no rush. There's no rush. There's no rush. I could decide later what's going on, what's not. I could decide later. Okay, so anything is trash. Oh, those be fighting words. Like, literally. I'm blind if he doesn't watch Mars. Exactly. If you don't watch it, it's like price goes up to £100 each. Go on, control Dharma. Control me down, man. Let's try. No, it's next size if you're testing. Those are Blu-ray or DVD. Some of them are Blu-ray, some of them are DVD. I think the ones I showed you were DVDs, but I do have some Blu-rays. This is a Blu-ray. So Inception. Well, this is a DVD and a Blu-ray actually, but it came with both. Blu-ray as well. Ninja. I think this is definitely going to be staying too, actually. Toy Story 1, 2, 3 box set. Blu-ray box set. I think this is going to be staying. But yeah, like I say, I can decide later. There's no rush. There's no rush. But yeah, I don't want to get rid of everything. You gotta have some fat in your body. You gotta have some fat in your body. So I keep the fat the appropriate amounts of fat for happiness. The rest can go. This chapter of my life is called trimming the fat. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with body and items, trimming the fat. Things are always so funny. You know what? That may not be too far from the truth. Gee, that may not be too far from the truth. Brax was here earlier. Well, I guess he never left really. I don't know. In and out maybe. We'll figure it out. And you would be right. Hey, sometimes you gotta be. Sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Stand your ground. Be immovable like a rock. Seriously. No, I'm not gonna even do something. You know what you want and you won't be dictated. I respect that. I respect it. Thanks. Enjoy being chat to her. Enjoy chat to her. Good. Sam, so yeah, Sam has to let us know hi. I think I remember Sam's height. I think I remember Sam. I won't say it though. I'll let Sam answer that one, but I think I remember Sam's height. So you're 6'1", Jake. So Jake's 6'1". So if you two ever met in real life, just be careful not to trip over. You know what I mean? Let's see. If it was 5'2", I think you said. Was that right? I think it was 5'2". Like if you two met in real life, Jake would be like, "It's alright, Sam. No need to stand up. No need to stand up." He's like, "You can stay seated." It's like, "Actually, I'm already standing." Like if you met at the bar, Sam would have to sit on the table so you could see eye to eye. When Sam sits down and her feet don't touch the floor, just dangles by the bedside. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. I think Sam's really going to put me in a home, so let me stop before that home turns into a into an asylum. Everyone to look down, like you open your front door and you're like, "There's nobody here." Sam's just tugging on your on the bottom of your shirt. "Excuse me, mister." Okay, now I'll stop. 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 Besides, I don't think you'll get any more of my jokes. They'll just go over your head. I hit that button too early, but still. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Going in the home regardless. Okay, in that case. I think Sam shopped in a toy section. Just like takes the clothes off the Barbie dolls. To be honest, that's probably actually, you know, it's probably more expensive to do that. I mean, I don't know what a Barbie costs, but I imagine it's probably more expensive to buy Barbie clothes than it actually is to buy real clothes. Like it's probably actually more expensive. I would not be surprised if Barbie doll clothes cost more than real clothes. Like that feels like where we are in the world. I'm gonna look that up right now, actually. Man, Barbie. Okay, well, there's different levels, to be fair. You can get, I guess, some as low as £15, but then you got others that go for like £60, £70. So yeah, some of them actually do cost more than real clothes. That's not even a joke. Some of them actually do cost more than real clothes. That is a thing. Bruh. For real, man. You have to wait till I'm sleeping though. You know, just saying. It'd be difficult to sew somebody's mouth shut when you have to stand on the chair and yeah, you know what? I think I did read or hear somewhere that most people in the United States don't use the 24-hour clock. You know, they use like the 12-hour clock. So yeah, I get that. I get that. So yeah, 23 is 11. It means 23 would be 11 p.m. But yeah, apparently most people in the States don't use the 24-hour clock, or what they call, or in fact they call it military time in America. I think they call it military time. But yeah, most people don't use it there. So like, if you said, yeah, like 23 or 7, like I see that as 11 p.m. You know, 7 past 11 p.m. I see that. But yeah, a lot of Americans apparently don't use that. So like, it's like, what is that? What does that mean? Kids close with 8. Oh no, fair enough. Be right back. Alright. What's the time? Mr. Wolf. Yeah. Almost quarter past 11. Yeah, probably gonna be ending soon. See if we wait till Sam gets back at least. Or maybe just duck out now, actually. Maybe just end the stream right now. Let Sam come back to nothingness. Oh, we should do that. Sam comes back and is like, where is everybody? But yeah, military time, or 24-hour clock as we call it over here, it's pretty commonplace. So it's kind of like what we're used to over here, just right at times like that. I mean, I guess we it's not like it's not like we don't use a 12-hour clock. I think that is used as well, right? But yeah, if you're writing stuff down, more often than not, you'd use a 24-hour clock, just because it's a little bit easier to understand that if I see 13, I know PM, rather than if you put 1, then I have to, you know what I mean? They have to ask you mean AM or PM, right? But you see, the moment you see 13, I know you mean PM. I see 00, you're talking about midnight, you know what I mean? So it kind of like mitigates that confusion when you use 24-hour clocks, and because of that, when you're writing stuff down, you'd more often than not see the 24-hour clock. But it varies. You'll see both, but I think a lot of times you do see 24-hour, at least in my experience anyway. I don't know, maybe other people might say something different, but I feel like in my experience, a lot of times you see 24-hour clock. And I know I prefer to use that when I'm writing stuff down, just because like it saves like confusion as to whether it's AM or PM. But of course you can add AM or PM at the end of it anyway, so in essence, neither of them should be that confusing really. What games I'm currently playing? Let's see, just started a little while ago, Gears 5. Just finished. I think, was you there for the other stream? I don't think you were there actually. Yeah, I don't think you were there actually, but yeah, just finished Final Fantasy 7. Finished that on Thursday. Finally, after 25 years, got through that game. Kind of playing Cyberpunk 2077 again as well, but not like seriously, just kind of in and out a little bit. But yeah, I do plan on playing Breath of the Wild again. I want to start that again. Hopefully Thursday, start that again. Hopefully that'll be the next game that I get into in a big way, even though I've kind of played it already, like half of it or something. But it's tool over here, but as far as I know, it's a 12-hour clock that's used, and I don't think it's people who still don't use that 24-hour clock. That last boss was ridiculous, bro. Like Sephiroth is bloody ridiculous. Like it took me a minute, like a good few tries. And the thing is, like he's not like a quick boss. It's not like you die quickly and just start again. Like it's a while. You know, you'd be playing him for like I think it took me near enough to an hour to beat him. You know, like an hour. You know what I mean? Like imagine playing one boss for an hour. Like that's that. And you have no real way of knowing how well you're doing until, of course, you get to the end of it. But yeah, he's a tough boss. He was a tough boss. Took a few tries, but yeah, we got it. 70 hours of my life was spent on that game over the past 6 months, but we got there. We got there. Guess who's back again? But his energy bars is off the screen, like I don't know. It's ridiculous. But it's like he's just tough because like he does these moves that just kill you in one hit, and it's like it turns you into a frog, and you gotta like stop yourself from being a frog. Like, jeez, man. You're just constantly trying to put your health back up, bring your team back to life. Just throwing potions around, and it's like, man, when's my turn to actually hit him? I need to actually hit this guy and not just be repairing myself from his hits all the time. Like, yeah. But yeah, we got there, man. We got there. After 25 years, I finally beat that game. So next is Breath of the Wild. If I can get through Breath of the Wild, that's 2 games that have been a thorn in my side in recent years. Well, it's a thorn in my side in any years, really. That's 2 games that have been a thorn in my side. Checked off the list. One's been checked off the list, which is Final Fantasy 7. And now I need to check off Breath of the Wild. That game's been a thorn in my side. It's a good game. I mean, I've played probably more than half of it actually, but I just got stuck somewhere and ended up putting it down and never getting back to it. So now I'm thinking, you know, let me just start again and get through this. So yeah, I know it's a good game, but I just need to actually pull my thumb on my arse and play it through. Couldn't recommend it higher. More highly. For sure, for sure. Games that Jay Cocoon, Track, Evil Zone, Deadly Arts, Inuyasha, Not gonna lie, dude, I'm probably not gonna check this out. The moment you said anime games, I was like, yeah. I'm sure they're good. I'm sure they're good, but yeah, that's a long list. And I've already got a big long list of games that I've bought, that I own, that I still haven't played. So it's like, you know what? Let me chill. Let me chill. Inuyasha though, I think I've heard of that game though. I think I know that game. Let me check real quick. Inuyasha. Inuyasha. Yeah, that maybe I remember thinking of something else. Experience. Favorite anime game is Ghost in the Shell, PlayStation. Ghost in the Shell, the movie is really good though. I've not played a game, but that movie is really good. Is it? Oh yeah, I know that game. I played it back in the day. Well, I played the first one anyway. Wait, something to Musha. Yeah, I know that one. Bushido Blade. Sorry, another game. Yeah, no. Tenchu. The first Tenchu game I played. That was a pretty sick game. I never completed it. It was bloody hard, but yeah. But yeah, it is that time, guys. It is that time. I need to start winding down. Next live stream should be Thursday, playing some games, playing Breath of the Wild. Maybe something else as well. We'll see how the stream goes. And yeah, man. Hopefully you guys can join me starting 8 PM GMT-ish. Next week, continue with the X-Files for season 4. Episode 7, 8, 9 next week. And on Monday, Total Recall. So it's free titties on Monday. Look out for the free titties. I'm probably not going to show the free titties because, you know, YouTube or whatever, but just know there'll be free titties on Monday. So if you could join me for that too, that'd be awesome. But guys, you've been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. Until whenever, if ever. Peace.